Hey, where is Nancy? Where is Nancy Pelosi? As Republicans get ready to take back the House and Senate next week, what has she been up to? All right, look, I'm skeptical. Maybe this is exactly as they say, but I have my doubts, and this is still America, and it's okay to have doubts and reservations about the official story. Now, why do I have those doubts? Number one, they're holding back key pieces of information that are customarily offered to the public. They've already gone into hyper exploitation and spinning mode about all this to maximize their chances at success next week. Could that really happen? No, but they're trying, and they've just been weird about it. I mean, this is all we've seen of Nancy since it happened. Take a look. Does it look like she's a victim of a crime, or is she under indictment? That's it. That's it. She goes from the garage into the car. Was her husband a victim of a crime, or is that family? I don't know. This is odd behavior. It is. Yeah, you want to have security, and we hope this guy Paul, if he's really, really in bad shape, and we don't know because doctors haven't briefed the public, as they often do when a high-profile person suffers a near-death experience. No. The last time I remember seeing Nancy, she was actually becoming a bit unglued. It was a week ago Sunday. She was on the Face the Nation show, and I think she feels power slipping away, and she is more erratic than normal.
First and foremost, good morning. It's Sunday morning, 15 days or so before the election. I've been in over 20 states since Congress adjourned in the last month or so, and I see very clearly that the ownership of the ground is with us. It's about getting out the vote. Let me just say that because of more people working and the rest, the deficit has been cut in half from 2.8 to 1.4. Nobody said we're doing abortion rather than economy, but it's about both. And I can tell you that that issue is very, very provocative and encouraging people to vote. I'm not here to talk about me. I'm here to talk about the future, America's working families, for the children. It's always about the children. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's something kind of desperate about it, right? What's happening to her? Is she feeling her power slip away? And she loves power. I mean, most people do, I guess, when they get it, especially at that level. I mean, you get your own plane and get to go to places like Taiwan and cause trouble over there when the State Department begs you to not go. She goes anyway on an Air Force jet. You get to go to state dinners and walk in with that, hey, let's face it, Paul Pelosi's a handsome guy. And Nancy really, really likes the cameras, and she likes dressing up. Take a look at this ensemble, all right? She was in the New York Times fashion magazine showing off this orange pantsuit, is that what it is? And back to the cameras. I mean, take a look at this. I think she looks like an Instagram star. I mean, look at the face, the moves. See, she is just she loves the attention. I've always sensed that she was in politics for the wrong reason. And getting back to the situation with her house, and it was broken into so easily, apparently, by this lunatic, and everything that's happened since, and they won't tell us key facts. I'm skeptical. As a matter of fact, some of this seems utterly preposterous. And the way the authorities are not giving us information that we should have, my suspicions are even greater.
Is there a public interest, District Attorney, in releasing that 911 call and the body camera video to the public as well?
No, my job, Wolf, is to make sure that we protect the state of this investigation and the successful future of this prosecution. And for us, revealing that evidence through the media is just not what we think is appropriate. We want to make sure that this individual is held accountable for these egregious acts. And so for us, we're going to make sure that we limit the exposure of the evidence as much as possible in order to get that done.
That may sound noble, but it's not standard. And releasing this footage has been proven time and time again to not be prejudicial. I mean, that's the way it's done now. I didn't invent the system, but that's the way it is. Do you remember when that young woman was trying to stab Ma'Khia Bryant was trying to stab her friend? This is in Ohio last year. Cops show up. They got their body camera going, and unfortunately, he had to shoot that person. The footage was released the same day. The police department put it out the same day. How about Dante Wright? This, I believe, happened in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. Remember when the officer, I think she meant to use her stun gun, and instead she grabbed her real gun and shot the guy? That was a terrible, terrible accident and mistake. Guess what? They released the footage hours later. No, I'm sorry, the next day, just 1 day later. So, you know, right now the media, they're trying to actually say that we can't handle this footage. We've seen people get shot. We've seen people get stabbed in this body camera stuff. But CNN is actually saying that it might be too traumatic for the people to handle to see a hammer hit Mr. Paul Pelosi.
I assume that as the case goes forward, depending on what happens in court, typically we do hear in a lot of cases 911 footage and see the body cam footage. Look, we don't know what's on that body cam footage. We're told that Paul Pelosi was hit, I am told, twice by the hammer, and that he fell to the ground. So, but we don't know exactly what was captured. But if that was captured, this is going to be very traumatic footage to see.
And maybe it's not appropriate, not suitable for viewing. Hey, we're all adults here. We can handle it. I saw Friday the 13th when I was 11, all right? I want to see the footage, especially in a case this high profile. And thanks to the authorities, there's all kinds of questions. They handled this very, very poorly, at least from a public relations standpoint. 911 tapes. Okay, we can't see the hammer in the head. How about hearing the 911 tapes? You know when Kevin Hart, the comedian, got into a car accident? They released those right away.
Sounds like the passenger's stuck in the car. The driver is out of the car, but he looks a little hurt. I think the top of the car is crushed.
Yep, right after that, I think it was a matter of hours, it gets released. That's okay. Have you ever heard of DaBaby? He's a rap star slash, I don't know what he is, quite frankly, but he's very successful at what he does. Unfortunately, he's a bit of a criminal and has been known to shoot people.
You did?
I shot him in his leg.
Okay. And why did you do that?
Trespassing on my property.
All right, easy there, DaBaby. Hey, what about Tiger Woods when he was in that horrible car accident? The 911 tape was released like 20 minutes later.
Hi, go ahead.
Hi, can you go with us out to an accident that actually the vehicle went off the road on Hawthorne?
All right, so is this somehow embarrassing to Paul Pelosi? Well, we've been led to believe that Paul Pelosi may have saved his own life with this 911 call. Stories all over the world, a secret bathroom 911 call, how Paul Pelosi saved his own life. CBS News, Paul Pelosi made 911 call that may have saved his life. So let's go into the affidavit about this phone call because I don't know if it's as clear cut. According to state authorities, Mr. Pelosi asked to use the bathroom. Defendant allowed him to do so. Mr. Pelosi stood up and walked to the bathroom where his phone was charging. Okay. Standing in the bathroom, sorry, we got to read through this. Mr. Pelosi grabbed his phone, turned it on, called 911, and put the phone on speaker. Watching Mr. Pelosi, defendant stood about 3 feet away, still holding the large hammer and the zip ties. We got to hear this tape, all right? Couldn't he have closed the door and locked it? Most bathrooms have I'm sorry, release the tape. It'll clear all of this up. Why don't they want to do that? Now, I have a feeling the cops here aren't being particularly candid with us. Here is Chief Scott explaining what went down. Listen carefully. There's really no appreciable violence until the police get there. It happens right before their eyes.
The officers observed through the open door Mr. Pelosi and the suspect, Mr. DePappy, inside the entryway of the home. At this time, the officers remained outside of the threshold of the home, and they observed Mr. Pelosi and Mr. DePappy each with one hand on a single hammer. There was one hammer that the officer observed. Officers, while still outside of the doorway, threshold, gave commands to both men to drop the hammer. Mr. DePape immediately pulled the hammer away from Mr. Pelosi and violently attacked him with the hammer.
Yeah, right in front of the cops. Maybe they were too hesitant. Look, I support police, of course we do. But we all know everybody makes mistakes, especially, I'm sorry, this guy who's been confusing the issue from the very, very start. So the cops get there and they witness the assault. They don't stop the assault, they witness it. Yet these cops are praised immediately as life-saving heroes.
I'd like to reemphasize the quick response and actions of our officers, Officer Kobe Wilmus, Officer Kyle Cagney, and Sergeant Edmund Huang. Also, I want to reemphasize and thank our dispatcher, Heather Grimes, for her intuition, her quick thinking. I think this was life-saving.
You know what this reminds me of? Putting people out as heroes like they did with those January 6 cops, right? You anoint some heroes, and then you try to make it difficult for people to question, for people to raise doubts, right? Because after all, the cops are heroes, right? I mean, you can't second guess the cops. Well, the left can, but nobody else can. You got to do it on their terms. And again, these guys are heroes too. Just ask them.
It's an honor to have 4 of these heroes sitting before us today. We welcome them for appearing here, and more importantly, for your heroism on January 6th. You have the gratitude of this committee and this country.
While we on this dais were whisked away from the danger, heroes like those here stood their post before it and paid the price. And we are only here now because you guys were here then.
You are great law enforcement officers and a hero to law enforcement officers across the country. You're great public servants. You're a hero to public servants across the country, but you are great Americans and you are heroes to all of America. And long after you are gone, you will be remembered as heroes to our country.
You think this is genuine reverence? You think they're at all sincere? No, they're using these guys, using it, and using them to basically block and thwart criticism and questions of their behavior. Civilians and people in uniform. It's very cynical. I don't like it. A couple of other things I want to point out in the new state affidavit. Take a look at this. Mr. Pelosi then returned to the bedroom, sat on the bed, and asked defendant why he wanted to see or talk to Nancy. Well, she's number 2 in line for the presidency, right? Okay, this is again David DePape, the defendant, allegedly saying this. Nancy Pelosi is number 2 in line for the presidency. Now, what does the district attorney say a couple of pages later? I find this kind of interesting, fascinating, actually. He forced his way into the Pelosi home, intending to take the person 3rd in line to the presidency of the United States hostage. 2nd in line, he says. The DA says 3rd in line. Guess what? The defendant is right. She's 2nd in line, not 3rd in line. This is a mistake that people make all the time, and it's okay to make that mistake. I've made it before, but she's 2nd in line, not 3rd in line, and everybody says 3rd in line.
Nancy Pelosi is 3rd in line to the presidency. I wish the president would read his constitution.
3rd in line to the presidency. Pelosi would be the highest-ranking U.S. official to visit Taiwan in 25 years.
What's going on with Nancy Pelosi, who would be 3rd in line?
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who's 3rd in line for the presidency.
Okay, take a look at how it actually works, and then I'll explain why I find this really important and interesting. There's the President of the United States. There's Kamala Harris, right? She's 1st in line, right? 1st in line. The Speaker would be 2nd in line. You see how that works? The line forms with Kamala Harris, so Nancy Pelosi is 2nd in line. The defendant, the crazy lunatic David DePape, who's seeing fairies and all kinds of weird stuff, and he knows this better than anyone else. How does he know it? Can I see that line again? He's right and everybody else gets this wrong. It makes me wonder. I'm sorry, it just does. Does it make you wonder? Are these his words or somebody else's? I don't know. And by the way, it's safe and legal to raise these questions. We have a jury. It'll be up to them. This man at this point is innocent. That's how the system works. All this confusion, we can lay it at the feet of Chief Scott in part. Now, Chief Scott, maybe he's intimidated because he's only been the chief since, 2017, I think. Nancy Pelosi has been a big deal in San Francisco for decades, The district attorney, she just got the job, 2 months ago? And she's up for re-election next week. Nancy Pelosi is probably running the show and calling the shots. Wouldn't you think that's kind of a reasonable takeaway? Also, it was a reasonable takeaway to think that she was calling the shots on Capitol Hill on January 6th. And I still want to know why that little cop was waving people in. And I also want to know why those cops were standing on either side just watching people come in. Hello, welcome to the Capitol, right that way. Yeah, no problem here. Hey, one more word. You may have heard that the Capitol Police, who, boy, oh boy, they're in trouble, had a live feed on Nancy Pelosi's house. This is not the Capitol Police, but this may have been what it actually looked like. People in security will tell you, though, that those monitors are not meant to be monitored 24/7. It doesn't actually work that way. The cameras are there to prevent somebody, to, be a preventative measure. Oop, we can't do this because we're on tape. And it's also, you uncover the footage after the fact. No one is supposed to look at Nancy Pelosi's house 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, especially when she's not there. Anyway, it's all very, very strange. But guess what? You can set your watch to it. Joe Biden trying to exploit it. He did it tonight in a bizarre speech at Union Station, the train station. At least it wasn't all red, and at least he didn't have Marines standing behind him. But yeah, he tied this all to January 6th, and democracy is on the line. And he lied a lot, too. Of course he did. I'll be right back.